Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rosano, and you are listening to another episode of the world famous, the University Love, the best podcast in 1, 2, 3 galaxies. Ladies and gentlemen, you and I, we just call the show Online Marketer Moves. We are coming to you live today. Today is Wednesday, November the 13th, 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? How are you? Now, ladies and gentlemen, first things first, I have I have a joke for you, ladies and gentlemen. How do you fix a broken pizza with tomato paste? Oh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Alrighty. That was terrible. But anyway, ladies and gents, today we're going to talk about something very important. Today we are going to talk about leads and, how to get leads, where to get leads, there's a lot of things that you can do when it comes to creating, a business for yourself. And there's a lot of things that you need to do, what to do, when to do them, let somebody else do them. How many people should you let do them? What should you do? One thing that you want to always be focused on is always getting leads, where to get leads, how to get them, how to keep them, how to turn those leads into transactions. Because at the end of the day, you are here not for playtime, not for kicks and giggles, but you are here to make an incredible amount of money, because that is what you want to do. You want to keep your business going. And how do you do that? You have to have leads. And how do you get leads? Who knows? A lot of times, sometimes the hardest thing sometimes is just to figure out, where to get them from. We all know these days, we all know people who can who will tell you, I can get you leads, I can do this, I can do that. But the best thing that you want, the best way to go about it, ladies and gents, is to just conjure up your own leads. Find your own leads. Convert those people, on your own time. Don't rely on other people. Don't rely on. It's a cool way to get started and all that, but a lot of times you have to work even harder to sell those people on, a lot of times you have to work harder to sell those people on the on becoming a client or a customer of yours. Okay. But if you can find your own lead, if you could do that, then you will be better off for it. And then also, you might want to focus on finding leads. And then the more you focus on finding leads, the more you will be able to sell lead packages to people. And I know I just said 2 minutes ago, hey, find your own leads. But people are lazy. Let's all be honest with each other. Most people are lazy. Most people really don't want to do a whole lot of work. They want, in this day and age, this day and time we live in now, most people they just like, hey, find me some leads, pal. Do what you got to do. Hook me up with some leads and skedaddle. Okay, that's just the way. That's just the way it goes. That's just a fact. It's just the way things are, and that's that's the world we live in. So, if you can learn about leads, learn how to find them, learn how to get them, learn how to turn them into conversions, you can always sell lead packages to people. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest things that you always want to keep an eye on is always selling, you know, coaching to people, selling programs to people, selling courses to people. You have a friend, he's anti-course, but there's a lot of good in selling courses. One, it's an easy way to make some money. Two, you are not the one digging for the gold. You are the one selling the shovels, and sometimes that's more money than digging for the gold itself. And I'm not telling you what to do and how to think and all that. Well, yes, I am. I am telling you. I'm trying to give you a layup. But ladies and gents, You do want to know how to get leads. You do want to learn how to keep them, how to email them, how to write them letters, write them love notes. Getting leads is like getting a phone number from a girl. I say girl because I am a man that likes women, So I can I can only give you my perspective. I can't tell you, what to do if you want to catch a man. No, I know what to do. When I was a young man, um, 21, we'll say 21. It was 2000. What a time to be alive. You could still get a phone number on a piece of paper. And so we will go at leads like that. Okay, we will break it down. We will break leads down as you are dating one person. Okay, so we will do it that way. We are not going to do all this other mumbo jumbo because at the end of the day, a lot of things seem complicated, but a lot of things ain't. Some things are just the way they are. Okay, and a lead is like a date. A lead is like getting a phone number. So you get a phone number, hey, baby. You know, I will give you a good example. When I was 21, I used to ride the San Diego trolley. Shout out to the blue line, the orange line, you know, San Ysidro, La Mesa. I used to ride up and down the San Diego trolley. Lovely, lovely trolley, by the way. And every now and then, whether I got a haircut that day or whether I was just in the mood, it was a Saturday, I would see somebody that I was attracted to naturally. And, I would say, hey, you know, how are you going? And this is what we call a prospect. You know, and I know, but we're gonna break it down in simplest terms, okay? So I'm not talking to you like you're stupid. I'm just talking to you as in, plain Jane speak. And so, you know, you say, hey, how you doing? They say, I'm good. And what do you got going on today? What are you doing? What are you up to? What's your name? Hey, what's your name? And my name is we'll say San Diego, we'll say, yeah, Maria. Maria. Maria, how are you? So Maria, you got a boyfriend or something? They'd say, no, I'm single. I go, oh, okay, me too. So, Maria, you have a phone number? I can call you maybe later. you know. So this would go on, quite naturally. They would give you their number. They write it down on a piece of paper. This is they had cell phones back then, but it wasn't a big deal. You still could travel the world without, having carrying around a damn cell phone. And so they would give you their number, 619, blah, 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 blah. So, of course, you would get that number. You say, oh, Maria. I got Maria's phone number. Maria 619. And then let's say it's Saturday night. Saturday night, you're looking for a date. So you would call this prospect, Maria. Maria the prospect. You would give her a phone call. You say, hey, Maria, this is me, Tony. I don't know if you remember, but I met you today, or I met you yesterday on the trolley. And she would go, well, with me, they would go quite naturally. Of course, I remember you. I was wondering when you was gonna call. Hey, here I am. So, you got any plans tonight? And they would either go yes or no. If they say yes, then this is more than a prospect. This is now a lead, ladies and gents. Okay. They would say yes. So now you have your first yes. Oh, you want to go on a date? Yes. And then you would take it from there. Then you would go on a date. And you would see if Maria liked you, and you would see if you liked Maria, if she was a good fit to be a part of your program, And sometimes the date would go nowhere, and so they would be a dead lead. So you had to put them into the unsubscribe category, okay? Unsubscribe. Maria would unsubscribe from you. Someone would say, I had a great time, an awesome time. Thank you. When are you going to call me again? And you go, well, I'm going to call you tomorrow and see what we can do, and so on and so forth. So that's a lead. That's a lead in a nutshell. And so now we all know the more now, I'm Let me take that back, because I was about to say the more leads you get, the better off you will be. But that's not the case. You don't want dead fish. Okay? You do not want dead fish. And what do I mean when I say dead fish? I'm going to tell you. You do not want somebody who you do not want somebody who you email them day after day after day. They don't open anything. They're on your list and they just sit there. No interaction, no nothing. No opening the emails, no reading the emails, no clicking on the links, no nothing. That is what we call a dead fish. You do not want a dead fish. Okay? You want leads, you want prospects who are going to be active, who are going to read your emails, open your emails, click on the links, look at your offers, look at your products, look at what you are having to sell. Because, ladies and gentlemen, everybody's not going to buy everything from you. There's no 100%, but you want percentages. You want good percentages. You want everybody on your list to be opening your emails on a regular basis. The more that they open the emails, the better chance you have of securing some money. You do not want people who are going to sit there and just sit there and sit there. And it's been years later, and they still are sitting there. And you go, good God Almighty, when are they going to piss or get off the pot? Sometimes never. If they are reading the emails, at least you still have a chance. If they are not reading the emails, if they are not reading the emails, they're not opening the emails, if they are bouncing, if every email you send them they bounce, that is a bad lead. Get rid of them, scrub them off of your email contact list, get rid of them, and say kumbaya, get them out of there. But if they are opening the emails, they are reading the emails, if they are looking at the stuff that you send them on a regular basis, then you have a chance of turning them into a customer. It's like going on a date. If you go on a nice date, eventually you have a chance of taking them, down the aisle to get married. You have a chance of taking them to bed. You have a chance of taking them, of doing whatever you want to do with them. Okay, I don't know your goals. Hopefully your goal is to get married to them, but we all know sometimes that does not happen. Your goal might be to, wham bam, thank you, ma'am, transactional, which is fine. Not fine, really, but you want forever customers, but we all know every customer is not going to be a forever customer. It's just the way it goes. It's just human nature. So, but what you do want is you want a chance to court them. You want a chance to woo them. You want a fair chance. And now we all know that's not going to happen. Sometimes you're going to go to this prospect and they're going to go, nope. As soon as they sign up for your email list, it might be 2 minutes later. They might be like, nope, unsubscribe. The first email they get, they might be like, nope, unsubscribe. And the second email, eventually they might go, nope, unsubscribe. This is why, they highly recommend that you email every day. You should email every day because you want to move people around. You want to move people off the list. Keep them on the list, get them off the list, does not matter. But you want them to be doing something, whether they're removing themselves, whether they're hanging around, you want them to be doing something. You don't want no dead fish. Okay? You want people to move around. And so, you gotta shake things up sometimes. So, and where do you get these leads? You can go, you should, wherever you have a social media platform, you should have your email, not your email address, but your